Hey everyone, it's Sensei Victoria Whitfield, your journey partner in business, welcoming you back to episode 65 of the Journeypreneur Podcast. This is your source for channeled holistic stress management techniques, guidance, inspiration, and motivation to stay on your path to rapid financial ascension and massive impact as a conscious entrepreneur. The title of this podcast episode is Not Another Coaching Program. No! No, not another group coaching program. Oh my goodness. So I just had the most amazing conversation with a newly enrolled VIP client of mine. She is signed up for my VIP circle for that year-long program, and that's a 5-figure investment, y'all. That's not chump change. And she had 1,000,000 billion objections and questions. And it was so interesting to sit on the phone with her as she was having these conversations, essentially with herself. Because when I asked her, do you believe I can help you? She would say yes. I'm like, do you want to sign up for the program? She would say yes. And then she went into all of the reasons why she can't or shouldn't. And if you listened to one of the earlier episodes on this podcast, there's a cure for I can't, right? And we've got to stop canting on ourselves. So it was such an honor to get to hold space for her while she made that transition to I can't to I can. And yay, welcome to the program. So, but one of the things that came up for her is, listen, this is what she said to me. She said, listen, so I have on the table right now 7 other coaches who I could join their program right now. What makes your program different? And, you know, she like slapped down that question on the table. I'm like, all right, okay. And mind you, this is not the first time that she's heard about me, seen me, gone through any of my work. Like, she knows how good I am. She's given me recommendations on LinkedIn and Facebook and all the things. But, she has to ask the questions because, you know what, when we're making a big transition to up level in our lives, especially believing enough in ourselves to invest at a higher level, then we need to give space to all the fears and all of the crazy crusty crabs and imaginations that come up to contest that so that we feel stronger and more stable at the new level that we're up leveling to. So what was great was that she and I had been in a program together before, and I understood very intimately when she said that this is what she said, I don't want to sign up for another coaching program. And I have to giggle because, essentially what she's signing up for is like a 12-month mastermind with private coaching with me. So, she's ready to put money down on something that she technically doesn't want to buy again. But she said this I don't want to sign up for another coaching program. We had this really powerful, intimate conversation that made me think of you. All of our other journeypreneurs who have been on this path, walking this path for quite some time now, and know what it's like already to put down a good chunk of change and to say, all right, I'm going to believe in this program, or all right, I'm going to invest in this agency, or all right, I'm going to buy this product or this course or whatever. I'm going to sign up for this new level certification. And the disappointment. Where you get to the point, I'm like, oh, right, I've started so many things. Right? One of those 7 other coaches, she was already in their program and talking to me about signing up for mine. And she's like, I've started so many things and I'm not finishing them. This is really frustrating. and I'm running out of money to play with, and this is real stuff. I mean, I know I'm giggling about it, and she and I were laughing on the phone together, but at the same time, we went from laughing on the phone to crying, right? And back and forth, because this is real life right here. I mean, it's not a game, paying, 5 or 6 or more figures out to have someone be intimately involved, hopefully, in the success of your business, right? Getting in your head, right? Or getting in your systems to clear out all of the gunk and make sure everything's working, right? So that you can get out there and serve the people that you're divinely contracted to. This is God's work, right? This is the serious goddess work that we're doing here on this planet, ladies and gentlemen. So when she said, I don't want to sign up for another coaching program, this really touched me. And one of the problems that she said she had was that when she had been in 2 other people's programs, one of whom I know, the other person I hadn't gone through their program, both times she basically walked away with a laundry list of new stuff to do. Mind you, she and all of us, by the way, who've ever been in these coaching programs or group coaching programs, we already had stuff to do. We had already walking in with a full plate. I mean, like bloated Thanksgiving post-dinner, loosen the belt loops, like forget the belt, this is like stretchy pants full. Like already walking in with these bloated plates of things that, I gotta do this in order to move my business forward. I gotta do this to make sure that I've got my mindset right, or whatever you're working on. And I felt her so deeply, because that's not the approach that I take in the program that I offer. And she and I got to have this intimate conversation around that. It's one thing to not know, genuinely not know what you need to do in order to market your business, right? Or in order to serve your clients at the highest level, or how to be online and have like a good web presence, or whatever you're going into a coaching program, or how to network. It's one thing to genuinely not know how to do that. If that's the case, awesome. Sign up for that group coaching program, because you are receiving specialized knowledge, right, from somebody who knows how to do the thing, whatever it is, right? That's the point of working with a coach, as opposed to going to get your MBA, right, or going to some higher educational system, not in the coaching industry, in order to move your career forward. So if you don't know what you don't know about a certain thing, such as like Facebook ads, or how to do video marketing, or how to start and launch your business, or whatever, absolutely. Go to the coaching program and learn how to do the thing. Now, the woman that I was speaking to, she is not in that category. She's not in that category anymore. And I feel her. We are both lifelong learners, right? I love Tony Robbins. He always says, the learning never stops. The learning never stops. 100%. Absolutely. And if I know what I'm supposed to be doing, and here I am signing up to learn again what I'm supposed to be doing, or I have someone telling me again what I'm supposed to be doing as if I've never heard it before, that's when we have a problem. And so when we went down the list of all of these 7 other coaches whose programs that she was like, that were on the table, for her to invest in, like she's got some money to invest in her business for whatever reason right now, and she's feeling the need to up level and to shift. Awesome. We went down the list. of all 7 of those coaches, the one thing that they all didn't have that I did was a focus on one thing, and that is using the knowledge that you already have. So my approach, right, my year-long program is only to show you the ways to use what you already have. That's why the clients that that work with me, they have such amazing results, is because instead of spending an entire year learning how to do somebody else's thing, or learning somebody else's language, or somebody else's software platform, or somebody else's hoobly-hoo. That's another one of my clients would call it. Instead, they're taking an entire year to focus only on digging into the wealth of knowledge that they have and activating it, taking action on it. By all means necessary. And I take them through a process, and this woman knows it intimately already. She's just signing up for a higher level of immersion into it. But I take them through a very specific process of exactly how to go through the resources that you've already gathered, the knowledge and the know-how that you've already put together, right? The systems that you've already set up, and turn them on to make them more profitable, right? Or to make them efficient and effective and potent. Like, we want this sense of potency rather than just taking on more and more and more mental clutter. You know, the learning never stops, yes. And there's a difference between the learning never stopping and the advancement never stopping. I would love to see every single entrepreneur that's in a coaching program right now implement the things that your coaches are telling you to do. If this is you listening in right now and you're in a coaching program, good for you. Awesome. I'm in a year-long coaching program too. I'm learning about sales funnels from the best in the world. I'm learning about all of that from the best in the world. And I'm telling you, we have to, you and I both, we got to remember to implement what our coaches are telling us, because otherwise you are just basically buying a really expensive book for your shelf, right? In my case, that would be a book that I could put on my shelf and tell somebody, yeah, I spent $25,000 on that book. Ah! What a waste of time. I do not need another coaching program when it comes to other topics, right? Such as how to market myself, or how to get out there, how to network, or how to brand or position myself, all this other stuff, or how to set up a business that's ready to leverage and work at scale. No. I already invested. I don't need another coaching program for that. If it's something I don't know, absolutely. Otherwise, your best bet, you and me both, is to invest in someone who's going to hold space for you to do the thing. And that's what was on the table for her. And I'm not the type of person who sits there with her, latex black boots and sticks her heel in your head and say, do the thing, hit you with the whip. No. And I'm going to instead, and I was describing this to her, give her space to think differently about what she is doing and what she's focusing on, so she can get crystal clear on exactly what's going to have maximum impact. And I laid that out all for her, and she was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. Let's do this, right? She signed up for the program, and that's awesome. But it all stemmed out of this idea of not another coaching program. And so basically her investment with me, I'll tell you, was $12,000. It comes out to $12,000. And earlier on the podcast, I was telling you about how I closed my first $10,000 client, and I took you through all of the steps involved there. So he was the first one to sign up for us. He paid all at once. She's paying over the course of the year. And so she's the second one to enroll in this deeper immersion learning that I offer. And I'm really grateful to see that more more conversions are coming through, more people are understanding, and that the two of them, they actually both, when I talk to them separately, and I'm excited, this literally just happened today, but I'm excited to finally connect them and see, listen, the both of you have had this same experience where you'll be sitting next to me and realize, oh my gosh, I already know all the things I need to do. I just needed some space to do them. Thank you, Victoria. Yeah. And yes, it's worth the investment. Yes, it is. Because the both of them are busy parents, right, on different parts of the country here. I'm in North America, in the United States. But they're from different parts of the country, different backgrounds, completely different industries. But if they're left alone to their own devices, they share this one thing, is that they don't give themselves the time and space to look at and leverage the resources that they've already got. And can you imagine what would be possible if you took an entire year to do that? All right, we're going back through everything, right? We're going back through everything and only hitting the best of the best for your unique situation. So I don't know who this is for, but my spirit guides told me to come on here on the podcast and encourage you. Maybe right now you don't need another coaching program. I don't know. If you know that you're in this situation, I've been in this situation so many times. I've stayed a little bit too long in certain programs because out of love for the person, out of love for the community, but I'm not advancing any further, right? Because I've learned all that I needed to learn at that level, and that's perfectly fine. It happens to all of us, right? That means I needed a bigger challenge than that particular program was able to provide. So if you're at that state too, right, and this is not for, by the way, this is not for those of you who don't know what you don't know about a certain subject and you're really frustrated and you wish you could talk to somebody who has done the exact thing, right? That is entirely different. I'm talking to the people who are like, you know exactly what you need to be doing. You just aren't. Maybe it's not another coaching program that you need to sign up for. Maybe instead it's something similar to what we offer through the dojo, and that is a year-long mastermind, right? Just holding space for you and getting super duper clear on what's the right next step, the right one next thing to implement in your business. So, by the way, if this podcast speaks to you, or this is your first podcast, hey, welcome new Journeypreneurs. Go ahead, leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. Type there in the comments box underneath your review, what was the number one nugget that stood out the most to you? Or you could go ahead and hit that share button and send this to someone who you may be working or networking with. And you're like, you know what? I think you needed to hear this. I think Victoria made this podcast episode just for you. All right. So that's it for this episode. I'm sending you so much love. And as always, I want to remind you, please enjoy the journey. Do not lose your glow as you grow in life and business. And I'll see you in the next podcast episode. Bye for now.